Dan Friedberg is in part responsible for all of the crypto problems that we're going through right now. All of the bankruptcies, all of the monetary issues, all of the people that have lost their funds. This guy is part of the FTX team, and he's partly responsible. It's not only Sam Bankman-Fried, but also this guy Dan Friedberg. Now, according to sources, this guy had a criminal background, and he is. I'll let you know what he did in the past, but currently he is the regulatory officer at FTX. Now, most people, including myself, we had no idea that this guy was involved with FTX. Now, the criminal background that I'm talking about is in the past, in early 2007, this guy was the chief technology officer, or he had a higher up role in online a company that offered the service of online poker. So what you could do was create an account and play poker online with other players. The problem is that you know you would go and play, but this company, they had insiders. So what this company was doing was yeah, they would go online and play live, but this company had information. They could see all the other players' cards, and they were giving that information to one of their inside players. Well, this guy Dan Friedberg was part of that scam. Uh, he was the he had a very high up role. I believe it's the chief technology officer. So he was scamming people, and then he goes and becomes the regulatory officer at FTX. That is wrong. If we had known this, I'm pretty sure most people would have not invested in FTX because they would have not trusted this guy. But when you think about FTX, all you think about is Sam Bankman-Fried. And the fact that this guy was the face of FTX, I think it was done on purpose. So we didn't look too much into the team behind FTX. All we knew was Sam Bankman-Fried, because he would be on TV all the time. He would be doing interviews all the time. So we had no idea that this guy, Dan Friedberg, was part of the team, of the FTX team. Now, there's this video that this guy, Mark, co-hosts. This video is about a month old. It actually, he gives some information on the FTX team, and this information not a lot of people knew, but this guy knew the players, and he was very worried about FTX, and it turns out that he was correct in not trusting Sam Bankman-Fried or FTX. But I'll let you watch the video. That way you know exactly what he was talking about.
Bankman Fried, FTX. I've been teeing Cojones up on this a little bit. How does this guy? How does he keep doing what he's doing?
When anyone tries to pin SBF down on where he made his money, you can't get a cogent answer. And in his trade, you needed real money up front in the place on this country crypto arbitrage to make big money.
Right.
And it's simple things as who financed you, because you clearly didn't have the money. And his partner is a guy named Gary Wang. And no one can find shit on Gary Wang. And he's on the board of advisors of Sequoia. And I shit you not. You look up Sequoia stuff, there's a picture of Gary Wang of his back facing a computer. There's no picture of Gary Wang.
So Gary Wang is the same CTO or the Chief Technology Officer of FTX?
Allegedly.
Okay.
Allegedly. But there's a Chief Regulatory Officer of FTX, and his name is Dan Friedberg.
So this is where he's gonna start talking about Dan Friedberg, and this is what he had to say about the guy.
If you Google Dan Friedberg poker scandal, he was the general counsel of, I don't know if it was Ultimate Bets or one of those Me Too sites, where they basically cheated against players. Then you take into account that SBF is bailing out known Ponzi's and frauds in the crypto space. Everyone who's gone bankrupt or is a proven fraud. And somehow through that, Cartoon Network has painted him as the JP Morgan of crypto, which makes absolutely no sense. He's not the JP Morgan of crypto.
So as you guys can see, this guy, he, well, first of all, before I forget, credit to Hedge TV. Credit to Hedge TV. This is where, that's where this video is from. But as you guys can see, this guy Mark, he didn't trust Sam Bankman-Fried because Sam Bankman-Fried, when asked about where his money came from, he had no answers for that. No one knew how he got the money that he was using to fund his Alameda Research Trading Fund or the FTX exchange. So yeah, this guy was right, and he talked about it about a month ago. Unfortunately, most of us didn't know about this guy, Mark Cohotes. But yeah, it's interesting that he talked about this about a month ago, and then all of this things happened. He was right in not trusting Sam Bankman-Fried. Now, in other FTX news, Sam Bankman-Fried supposedly was seen with the police in the Bahamas. He's supposedly being arrested, but this is what someone tweeted. SBF was seen with authorities in the Bahamas at the Albany Tower, which is where he lives. His father is seen with him. So the Albany Towers is in a resort, and it's called the Albany, Bahamas. And apparently this is where Sam Bankman-Fried was staying. And there is no pictures of him being arrested. So I don't know if this story is true or not. But hopefully he is arrested. I hope he ends up in prison. For a long time. Because just about 3 days ago, when all the problems started, this guy, Sam Bankman-Fried, he tweeted that your funds were safe. He lied. So he keeps saying he's sorry for what happened, but he's not, because he kept lying to you. He kept lying to us, to all of the FTX customers. I'm lucky that I didn't invest in in the FTX exchange. I didn't have any crypto there. I never bought the FTT token, but he knew that there were going to be problems, and he was still telling you, "Oh no, things are fine. There is enough funds to cover everything for our customers. There is no risk for our customers." And he knew that was not true, yet he was telling us that. Also, the reason he also deserves to be in prison for a long time is because he also said that they were not using FTX's clients' crypto to fund Alameda Research. But actually they were. They were using your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your Shiba Inu, whatever crypto you owned and stored on FTX. He was actually using your money and risking your money. And then he goes and he says, he has the audacity to say, "Oh no, we're not using those funds at all. Your crypto is safe." He just said that about 2 days ago. He lied. So he deserves to be in prison for a long time. And yeah, that's what this guy did. But now there is more news involving Elon Musk, FTX, Twitter. So apparently, you've probably heard this, that Sam Bankman-Fried wanted to invest with Elon Musk in the Twitter deal. Now, imagine what the headlines would have been. They would have tried to blame somehow Elon Musk and Twitter for the FTX. They would have said that Elon Musk was involved in a scam or something, because the media would have probably said Elon Musk received money from Sam Bankman-Fried, and Sam Bankman-Fried stole millions of dollars from its customers and then gave this money to Elon Musk for his Twitter deal. So they would have it would have been a mess. So the fact that Elon Musk said no to Sam Bankman-Fried, it's awesome. That was the right move on Elon Musk part, because like I said, Twitter right now is going through some issues that Elon Musk is trying to fix. So there is problems with Twitter at the moment. Now imagine if on top of that you get the whole FTX involved with the Twitter acquisition. It would have been a mess with when it comes to regulation, and also with the media and with advertisers. So it was the right move, definitely, on Elon Musk to not accept the money from Sam Bankman-Fried. But here's a recording where Elon Musk is on a space on Twitter talking to other people about Sam Bankman-Fried and how he knew that it was not a good idea to take money from Sam Bankman-Fried. This is what he said.
To be honest, I've never heard of him. But then like a ton of people were telling me he's got, you know, huge amounts of money that he wants to invest in Twitter deal, and I talked to him for about half an hour, and I know my bullshit meter like was like redlining, so I was like, this dude is full of shit. That was my impression, and so then I was like, but everyone, like including like, you know, major investment banks and everyone were saying, you know, we're talking about him like he's like walking on water and has $1 zillion, and I'm like, that's not my impression. And my prediction to the investment banks, which some of it is in, you know, what you've seen.
So yeah, that's what he said to other people in a group, and he was correct about Sam Bankman-Fried. Unfortunately, you know, I apologize. The audio is not very good, but this is what he told the group. To be honest, I'd never heard of him, Musk said. But then I got a ton of people telling me he's got, you know, a lot of money that he wants to invest in the Twitter deal. And I talked to him for about half an hour. And I know my bullshit meter was redlining. It was like, this dude is bullshit. That was my impression. So yeah, that's what Elon Musk said about the time when he talked to Sam Bankman-Fried about the Twitter deal. He walked away from Sam Bankman-Fried. He didn't take his money, and it was the right move. It would have been a disaster. Like I said, regulatory, the media, everything. It would have been a disaster if he had taken Sam Bankman-Fried's money. But that's what's going on. That's what's been going on with FTX, the crypto world. Subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. And thank you for listening. And I'll see you next time.